to yet another tutorial. My name is Carolina, and today I'll show you how to make this blouse using my new sewing pattern called Leonie. You can buy this pattern from my shop on Etsy, and I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. To start, double fold the neckline of the front panels and top stitch. Then, press the seam. Select the longest stitch on your sewing machine and make a straight stitch on the shoulders to create gathers. Pull the thread to create gathers until they are 1 cm shorter than the shoulder yoke panels. Then pin shoulder panels to the back and front of just gathered edge. Fold the shoulder yoke panels together and stitch the neckline edge. Trim the seam allowance and bag out the shoulder yoke. Moving on to the back panel, take a strap and stitch it to the back neck. Then press the seam and trim the seam allowance. Press the back neck again so the jointed edge is now on the top, and double fold the strap with a top stitch at the bottom and top of just folded strap. Then trim the ends. Place back panel on the wrong side and front on the right side. First, pin back panel of the shoulder yoke, starting by matching the edge. Then, fold the front panel of the shoulder yoke and pin it down so the back panel's shoulder edge is in between the front shoulder yoke panels. I'll repeat those steps on the other side to show it to you again. Pull the fabric to turn shoulder yokes on the right side. Next, join the sides using a French seam technique. select the longest stitch length on your sewing machine and make a straight stitch on the hem of the front and back panels. Take the waistband pieces and sew them together, then press the seams open. Match side seams and front panels with waist notches first. Then, pull the thread to create gathers until the top panels match the waistbands. In your pattern, on the front waistband panel, there is a notch, which will determine where the front panel should start. You can wrap this top to the right or to the left, depending on which side you prefer. The rule of thumb is that the front panel with a shorter belt will be the one that is at the front. In this case, it's a left panel. When you sew, make sure that all gathers are neat and even. To finish off the ends, fold them in half, stitch, then trim the seam allowance and back them out. Then continue to fold the waistband. Then top stitch the waistband. Moving on to the sleeves, fold them in half and stitch using a French seam technique. Fold the edges twice and top stitch, leaving a small gap to insert the elastic. Take an elastic and wrap it around your wrist and cut it with extra 2 centimeters. Then, using a safety pin, insert the elastic to the cuff, make a knot, and stitch the opening. As the last step, insert the sleeves to the armholes. That's it! Your perfect blouse using Leonie pattern. Thanks for watching!